Right, guys, this is it. We are in the quarterfinals. Last match was a little bit easy for you. I think you'll agree. We had no issues against Liberia with a weakened team winning 8-1. Not a tough one, but today is going to be a different story. Guinea are a sterner test. We should be beating them, but we are going to have to be on our A game. You are going to have to play well today. We're going to put a strong side out for this game. This is undoubtedly the biggest game of your lives. Eric, you don't need to have your hand up, mate. We're not at school. What do you want? Okay, you've played in an FA Cup final. Okay, yeah, it's not as big as an FA Cup final. Yeah, okay. You played Nicosia in a European Cup qualifier. Okay, that does sound pretty big as well. What, Johnson's Paint Trophy group stage against Burton? Okay, it's not big at all. I'll concede it's not a big game, but it's what I was brought in for. It's what the Football Association brought us in for. So everything in my mind has been building up to this tournament. So don't let me down. If you win, I will buy all of you an ice cream. And if you do really well, you might get a flake with that as well. Yeah, that's right. Let's do this thing. Well, that's right, folks. This is episode 3 of the international save with the Ivory Coast, and we are trying to take down this WAFU tournament, the West African Football Union Cup of Nations. Slips off the tongue every single time. I basically need to think incredibly hard before I say that word. Ivory Coast, we won 8-1 in the first game against Liberia. They were a fairly straightforward team to beat. Beyond 100 in the world, but Guinea are going to be a tougher prospect. They are 64th in the world. They've got some decent players. The likes of Naby Keita are going to be leading their line, who is a quality midfielder, probably better than anything we have. But strength in depth is what we had. Now, last time I promised I'd tell you about the tactic, but I didn't. And the time before I promised I'll tell you about the tactic, but I didn't. So let's tell you about the tactic. So this is the formation that we've got. We've got a couple of slightly tweaked formations. We have this one here and a more defensive version of that there with Gabamin, who can come in as need be. So when we're playing a better team, then that's what we'll do. It is very much based on getting players the ability to run and giving these front players a bit of space to play into. So we have that pass into space on. We have a high line. We are playing fairly narrow, so we're not trying to use these players as wingers. We are trying to create chances in the middle of the box and not actually rely on the crossing, because I find crossing in this game is a bloody nightmare. We are utilising the central midfield role, which or attacking midfielder, which is a really useful link between the midfield and the attack, and that position's been doing quite well for goals. In the centre, we're playing a box-to-box midfielder and a carrier, which is a combination that seems to work quite well. Across the back, we are going with 2 ball-playing defenders, because we have 2 really nice ball-playing defenders with a high line, because all of our defenders are incredibly fast, so you can play with a high line, it's fine. And playing with 2 wing backs on support, we might chuck those. We'll leave it as it's working so well. I don't think there's any reason to change this. So that is what we've got. It's pretty much the same with the defensive tactic, other than we've got an advanced forward. No, it is an advanced forward there, and this player's pushed back into a defensive midfielder role, and we've used that effectively against Cameroon and Nigeria and won both of those games. So as you can see, the team has been picked. I think we might be a few days ahead of. Are we a few days ahead? We are, which breaks the fourth wall, doesn't it? Right, we'll just get up to the game, and then I might be able to pick a better team than I was going to then, because there was a few players who were injured or not fully fit, so I did want to make sure that we had a fully fit team. It was slightly worrying actually, because we had 2 players who looked absolutely shattered, but it looks like we should have a full team to choose from perhaps. So semi-final results, Senegal beat Benin, just about got through that with a late goal. Impressive result for Senegal. And Burkina Faso have gone through. They're 52nd in the world, and they beat Mali, who are 57th in the world. So some reasonable sides qualifying for that semi-final spot. But this is the quarter-final that we're interested in. We're playing Guinea. The other quarter-final is Nigeria against Guinea-Bissau or Bissau. Let's get into it. Looks like Nigeria went through that fairly comfortably. 2 sendings off, which didn't help them. So we have got a bunch of players who are looking fitter. So we'll bring Boga back in. We'll put Javinho on the bench because he's not being hugely involved. Traore can step out. I think Cornet. We'll bring Cornet on. There we go. I think that will work. Let's go with this. So team we've got Kiyame up top, Zaha, Boga and Pepe across the front line. That's probably the strongest we've got. Kessié and Akpo, giving him a role in that Carriero position. Conan the Barbarian, Bailly and Bolly and Oria across the back with Mandy in goal. Again, if we end up doing really well, I'm not sure we will. I think this is going to be a much harder game, but we will look to make substitutions quickly. So Akpo has not played so far, not played for a little bit for us, so it'll be good to get him out there. He's a 3-star central midfield player, so I think he certainly is very capable of playing in that role, but I think, use the squad as we can. We certainly did in the last game. We've got faith in this team to do well. Come on, boys. It's a lot of pressure. I don't think that's a problem. Well, I think it's pressure from us as well. But the fact is, the manager can often crack under the pressure. Didier 6. We're both professionals and we'll do well. Good players are good players. That is absolutely true. We won't. Right, come on, boys. Let's see how we get on with this. Early start, but they have a chance right from the kickoff. But it looks like we might have a break here. Zaha's got it. And is the speed of this side going to be the undoing of everyone else? Off the far post. What a lovely, lovely effort there. So far it's been a fairly quiet opening compared to what we saw in the previous game. But Pepe here into Akpo. You going to get it back? Or is he going to have a shot himself? He makes some space into the goalkeeper's hand. Cilia. Back into Zaha. Is he going to find a pass? Looks like the highlight is continuing. Zaha looks up for this, doesn't he? Pepe into Kessié. You can have a long shot from Kessié. Akpo. Oh, it doesn't matter who's in that position. They're all at it. Comes into the side and scores a goal like that. I mean, Fofana drops out. Akpo comes in, and yeah, what about this? I mean, he had a bit more space, but he made sure that those players in front weren't going to get in the way, and we are 1-0 up, and that is what we want to see. Kick-off highlight, brilliant stuff from the Ivory Coast boys. And again, we look hot, don't we, on it? Somehow managed to keep hold of that ball. Boga, just wide on the other post. We look really, really good again today. We are very capable of conceding goals, so that's what we've got to watch out for. Just trying to stay sensible. Bangura. It's another terrible bit of play. Akpo takes ball into Kiyame. Is he going to find a pass or is he going to go for the shot? He finds the pass and it's, oh my, hit the post again. 14 minutes in and we look like pretty decent side. I don't think anyone would want to face us at this form. This gegenpress tactic does work brilliantly well. Bangura to Diaby. They're playing along the back line. Dangerous stuff, but they get the ball up there. It's to nobody. Serge Aurier finds Boga in the centre. Linking up play and a long shot from distance along the ground, and Kiyame finds the bottom corner. And does that put it to bed already? And we're only 20 minutes into this game. Lovely shot. They have yet to have a chance, and this is a decent side. Pepe. Well, that's an interesting free kick. Completely foxes them, and that's got to be offside, isn't it? No. Really? I mean, he was standing offside. Kiyame. Oh no, he just about stays onside there. Can't believe that, but brilliant. Well, 3-0. I thought this was going to be a much bigger challenge for us, but yet again we can rest players early on. And that's that penalty? No. They get away with that. Conan the Barbarian. Akpro, who's looked in another very good addition to this squad. Pepe. Akpro. And Kesse finds the bottom corner. Brilliant stuff. Right, a slight break there. Someone came to the door. So, goal. 4-0. This is easy, and we'll make 3 changes at half-time again. Oh, this is dead easy. Well, don't bother working the ball in the box when we're shooting that well from distance. Who needs to? It's weird, isn't it, how sometimes teams are so good at shooting from distance, and other times, like in other saves I've got, it's like they don't even know which end the goal is. So very, very comfortable first half. Right, dressing room, that's where we are. Hands together. I'm very happy with that performance. And we'll just make some changes, I think, at this point. We bring Conan off because it's a bit hard, and Bailly was looking knackered from the last game, so he can come off. A couple of those defensive players. We haven't got long before the next game, so maybe we'll take Pepe off, bring Gervinho on. Give him a game. Old Gervinho, who's still definitely got it. He still has a lot going for Mr. Gervinho, even at his tender age. That natural fitness of 20 is just an awesome thing to have. So his attributes just don't drop. Aurier, the pass was on. Oh, Boga. Oh, what a shot that was took off the crossbar. Brilliant stuff. We are all over them. All right, let's just go back to a balanced approach. There is absolutely no need to go for this anymore. We'll take off the heavy press as well, I think. We'll just try and coast in, I think, a little bit. Bangura here. Looks like he's going to try and play a pass. We did concede a goal in the last game, but so far we haven't here. Sayuba, which is actually his first name. That's what confused me. Just rolls it out. Long ball into Kiyame. He finds Boga brilliantly, and Boga just puts it wide. We're creating some stunningly good chances. So we want to make sure that we are going to be as fit as possible. I thought I'd put it on balanced. We're going to put it as fit and possible as we can. So we are going to be playing, yeah, that's it. We'll tempo, we'll bring that down there, and we will take the press off a little bit more. And we'll just kind of coast in, and hopefully that will just mean that everyone will be a little bit more rested come the next game, because there is less of a gap. It looks like we've got a penalty. There's less of a gap between this game and next game than the previous one. So, Kiyame, 6-0, brilliant stuff. We haven't even needed to go to the defensive tactic at all, have we, in the last few games? 7-0, good God, Zaha. I I'm sure that the Ivory Coast is not this much better than these other teams, but when we play well, we are just unstoppable. It really is impressive. So Cornet plays it into Kessier. I should have probably taken him. So we're going to get into the realms of things, you know, players being a bit knackered. Just wide again. Goalkeeper did not move. We've taken that press off and we look bloody awesome, I have to say. Really, really impressive. Almost 50 shots. I was certainly not that much better. Diaby, I mean, we haven't seen a highlight for them yet, and well, to be perfectly honest, they haven't deserved a highlight. We have been awesome. Playing little flicks at the back there, but what's really impressive is just where we win the ball back, you know, off their forwards, and then just quickly get it forwards, and just create chances, make some space. Boga, Akpro, Javinho. And it's just making that space for the shot, and Akpro gets the ball back and he scores another one. He's been really good today. So, looking good. Right. Awesome. Very nice victory. Well done, boys. Really very, very well done. 8-0 win over Guinea. Superb result. And it's good to get a clean sheet as well, isn't it? So we scored a lot of goals up to now. I'll send the assistant to get all the plaudits there. So we know we're into the semi-finals. That's in a couple of days. And then, has that been put back? I'm confused. I thought that was... Oh, I don't know. I think it was maybe on the 13th. I think it's been put back. That's good. The WAFU semi-final, so quarter-finals, comfortable win against Guinea, comfortable win in the first round. Let's see when, I'm not sure when the draw, oh, the draw is now. So, draw next team. So we're first out the hat. Who are we getting? Ideally, Burkina Faso would be what we'd want. We get Nigeria. So Nigeria are going to be a tougher task. And Nigeria are higher than us in the rankings, but I think we'll probably go with a more defensive tactic against Nigeria. We have beaten them twice, so that's pretty good. So there we go. So you see, we've had 2 meetings against Nigeria in the past, both of them fairly comfortable in terms of performance, but we are essentially at home. So let's have a look at just the stats on that game. You can see we won this one quite comfortably. It was a good performance. Gabame not great in that role, but you know, we'll see what we can make up. Well, we might start with the attacking tactic actually, just because it's working so incredibly well, but I just don't want to leave ourselves open at the back. So we might, I don't know, I'll make a decision. Anyway, on we go. Let me know what you thought about that victory. It was quite something, wasn't it? I think this formation certainly suits the team, and the pace of that we have, and the skill that we have, and those long shots. I mean, Akpro, what are his long shots? It's not that good, is it? But maybe it's just a combination of that and some of the other things, making the right decisions, being in the right place at the right time, all that sort of stuff. But very, very good. Yeah, if you have enjoyed that, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new. And come back for the semi-finals, where we face Nigeria. See you then. Goodbye.